Wasn't that pretty cool, guys? Cause I thought it was pretty cool, cause I boomed on the ground and cause I'm so strong and it shows how strong I am and cause it's so cool. Okay, fine, I'll leave. In this video, I'll be making tons of different Squid games in monkey blocks because I thought it was a pretty cool idea and I was gonna do it and I thought it was gonna be fun, so that's why I wanted to do it. And as promised, I'm gonna be wearing this hair for the entire video because you guys got 500 likes. So good job, guys. And if you want to play this map for yourself, you gotta get the video to 1,000 likes. Yep, you gotta get it to 1,000 likes. It sounds like a lot of likes, but I believe in you guys. I think you guys can get 1,000 likes because you guys are the best. And now let's start with the first game. Alright, so for the first game of the video I'm gonna be building is red light, green light. The game area is pretty simple because it's really just a sandy ground with some blue walls, and we can't forget the creepy doll. So now let's start with the first step. And the blocks we're gonna be using for the ground is the desert blocks because it makes sense because it's sandy and the ground is sandy in the game, so let's just do it. Alright, I just finished building the ground and it looks pretty cool, but now it's time for the next step. Alright, so for the next step of the builds, we gotta build all the walls around the play area. And the blocks we're gonna be using for that is the ice blocks because it kind of represents the sky and it looks blue and it just looks good for it. So let's start building the walls. Alright, I just finished building all the walls and it's looking pretty good, but we're missing two things. Alright, the first thing we're missing is the little sheds that the people come out of, and the second thing we're missing is the doll. So I guess I'll just cut to you guys when I have those done, and yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I just finished building the sheds and they look pretty good. They don't actually look bad in my opinion. And I finished the doll. You guys ready to see it? In 3, 2, 1. Look at it. Look how beautiful it looks. You got me. It looks pretty good. It looks 1-to-1 replica app. And we can't forget the tree that she puts her hands on. So let's just put them in the game already. All right, first the tree, and then the doll. All right, now that I finished the game, I'm gonna get tiny and check out the build because I want to see what it looks like when I'm small. All right, I'm walking in, and it looks pretty cool, right, guys? Right? It looks pretty good, right, guys? This build was pretty cool, but now it's time to move on to the next game. All right, the next game we'll be building is keys and knives. This game's gonna be a little bit harder than red light, green light, but I think I'll be able to do it. For the first of the builds, we gotta build the ground. And the blocks I'm gonna be using for the ground is the basic base plate because it looks like the ground in the game, so that's why I'm gonna use it. So let's start building the ground. Alright, I just finished building the ground and it looks pretty basic, so now let's move on to the next step. For the second step of the game is we gotta build the walls. But first I gotta create a design I like for the walls. This is the wall design I'm gonna be using for the games because it pretty much looks like the walls, kind of you know what I mean? It kind of looks like the walls, so let's start building the walls. Alright, I just finished building the surrounding walls around the game, and I kind of forgot to wear the hair, for the red light, green light build, and a part of this build. That's my fault, but I put the hair on now, so yeah, my bad, guys. But now it's time for me to build the interior walls. Alright, I just finished building all the interior walls to the game, and it's looking pretty good, but now we gotta do the final step of the build. The final step of the build is building the ceiling. And the blocks I'm going to be using to build the ceiling is the ice blocks. I chose the ice blocks because they kind of look like the sky, you know what I mean? The night sky, because the roof for the game is like the night sky with some stars, and this kind of represents it, you know what I mean? So let's just start building the ceiling already. Alright, I just placed the ceiling and now the game is done. But now all we have to do is get small and check out the build! Yeah! Alright, I'm about to get in the game and holy moly, this thing looks good. So right now I'm standing at the entrance where all the players walk in and they kind of just run around and open doors, and it looks pretty cool, and it all works, and all the tunnels and stuff, and yeah. This build is pretty cool, but now it's time to move on to the next game. Alright, so for the next game I'll be building in this video is the glass bridge. This game's gonna be pretty easy to build because it's really just a glass bridge in a very big room, and that's pretty much the entire game. So let's start with the first step. So for the first step of the glass bridge game is we gotta build a bridge. And the way I'm gonna make some of the tiles safe is I'm just gonna cover the bottom so when you step on it you won't fall, but if you step on the wrong one you will fall, so you fall to the ground, and yeah. Let's start building the bridge. Hold on, we gotta take a break from building real quick, and I gotta ask you a question. Are you subscribed? Because only 11% of my viewers are subscribed, and I'm trying to be the most subscribed Monkey Blocks YouTuber, and 11% is not going to cut it. So do me a favor and subscribe. It'll help me out a lot, and I'll be the most subscribed Monkey Blocks YouTuber. So, yeah. Let's get back to building. Alright, me and my friend Free Beans just finished building, like, the little bridge thing, and now what we have to do now is, like, build the platforms that, like, hold the bridge up. So, let's do it! Alright, we just finished building the towers, and it looks pretty cool, but now we gotta do the final step. Alright, so for the final step of the build, we gotta build, like, all the walls surrounding the game, so it's, like, enclosed, and, yeah, so, let's do it! Alright, I just finished building the entire game, and it's looking pretty cool, but now let's test it out. Alright, I got my friend Penguin here, and he's just gonna, like, test it out and see if he can beat it. So, go. Like,
I played these games before. I got this.
Oh. Alright, you did it. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, you got it again.
Okay.
Alright, what about this one? And, and there he goes. This build was pretty cool, but now it's time to build the next game. The next game I'm going to be building in this video is Jump Rope!
Yeah!
Yeah! For the first step of the build, we're going to be building the Jump Rope!
Yeah!
Yeah! Let's do it! Alright, we just finished building, like, the jump rope area, and now we gotta build, like, the surrounding walls to, like, close in the game, and then we'll be done with the games, and yeah! So let's do it!
Music too.
Alright, we just finished placing all the walls around the game, and it looks pretty cool, but now let's get small and, like, test it out and play it, because I want to play it, so let's do it! Alright, we're walking up, and holy moly, this is so scuffed. Since there's not really an entrance to the game, you just really just gotta jump and kind of, like, start playing, because there's, like, nothing there, and you kind of just, like, gotta go, so... The jump rope is kind of slow, but the good thing is it still works. You see how it's, like, pushing me off? Like, you see how it just pushed me off, so it works, and that makes it cool, and makes my build, like, the best build ever. And it's pretty cool. This build is pretty cool, but sadly, it's the last build of the video. I know, guys, it's pretty sad. I was gonna make another game, but, like, I didn't have enough, like, blocks, because, like, I had, like, it was taken, so, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys want to see more Squid Game related videos like these, just, like, let me know in the comments. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye, guys!